Success will break you if you're not ready. And I'm here to tell you a personal story so you know exactly what I mean when I say this. Because you see, a few years back, I had a bunch of money coming in. It felt like I was on top of the world. I had a bunch of leads in my inbox, a lot of eyes on my content, and I was doing very well for myself. I felt like everything that I'd done, I was supposed to be where I was supposed to be because I was getting the fruits of my labor. This is at least how it looked like on the outside, but on the inside, it wasn't quite as simple. You see, the main thing here is that I wasn't really ready for the success because what ended up happening was that on the outside, everything looked glamorous and fabulous and however you want to put it. But on the inside, I also didn't just kind of feel empty, but I realized that when all this success and all this money and all the eyes and all the things that are coming into my inbox and the leads and whatnot was good, I realized that I had no idea what I was doing and that no systems were really in place for me to grow this properly. It almost felt like I had all this shit, but I didn't really deserve to have it. And this is kind of my core message because you see, the realization that I had was that I hadn't really become that person that was ready to kind of handle all this success just yet. And here's the reason why is because success doesn't quote unquote solve your problems. A lot of you think that once I get this money, once I move into this apartment, once I get the leads, once I do this, once I do that, life is going to be fine. Life is going to be perfect, right? I'm here to break it to you because I was that dude. As soon as I thought I was hitting 10K a month, that was me. I was like, oh, finally I have some relief. But then I realized I was like, holy shit, that's not the case. Because success doesn't solve your problems. What it does, it actually exposes them. If you have no systems in place, you're just, all the leads and all the views and everything is not creating more success. It's just creating a lot more chaos. Okay. And this is really what I want to push through into your mind so you can realize this before it's too late. Because I was that guy that got a lot of success, even though I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And the worst part about it is you hear about this all the time. And this is why I really preach about this. And I recently talked with a friend of mine about this as well. A lot of people that make a lot of money without any real skill set or behind some sort of luck or just some random ass moment, you have plenty of them. Just a quick example, you have the hot tour girl who all of a sudden like blew up with no skill set. You have all these crypto bros that just fucking trade on a crypto and some shitcoin and all of a sudden they have a bunch of money, right? And here's the thing, all of these people, 99% of the time, they lose all their money that they just made because they didn't develop any skill set or anything to keep that money where it was when they got it, right? So here's the thing, the success again exposes the problems that you have in your foundation and the fundamentals. And I can break this down for you very, very simply in a pretty easy to understand analogy for you guys. You can imagine this. Imagine you're building a house, a skyscraper, whatever. Let's just say a skyscraper, right? You're building this huge tower. It's super tall and whatnot, and it looks amazing from the outside, right? It's super high up in the sky. Views are great and whatnot. But after a couple of months, years, whatever, you see the weather kicks in, cracks form, and eventually the whole skyscraper and the whole building just collapses. And why? Well, because the foundation wasn't properly built. You see, the world's highest tower or all of these beautiful buildings and whatnot, they have to be perfectly founded in their foundation in the ground before they can stand tall like they do once it's finished, right? And this applies to you and in everything in life that you do. If you don't have your foundation and your baseline in place, then you will never be able to stand tall once you're actually there. Once the money starts coming in, it's just going to come crumbling and crushing down because your foundation was never how it was supposed to be, right? So the bigger it gets, the more pressure builds up. And if you can't handle that pressure, well, you better believe you're going to come falling down pretty quickly, right? So the good thing about this is when you realize this analogy of the skyscraper in the house or whatever you want to look at it, when you realize this, it's very easy to understand what you have to do on the flip side of things to make sure your house and your skyscraper don't come crumbling out, right? It's very obvious and it's very simple. You flip it on its head and you start with the foundation. You make sure that all of your foundation, your groundwork, everything from the beginning is set in stone, it's set in place. Just like think of it, you can't fucking lead a team unless you can lead yourself, right? Like every single thing in foundation, you have to build those habits, the discipline, the foundation, the groundwork of everything. Look at me, dude. I was in the trenches. Like when I'm talking about all this business shit, it's because I've fucking been in the trenches. I've been through this shit. I've been fucking appointment setting. I've been closing. I know exactly what I need to do to run a proper info business because I was in the trenches and fucking going through all that shit, right? Most people don't want to go through that shit and then they think they can just build this huge skyscraper, but their foundation is all out of whack. That's not how it works. Your foundation needs to be in place. Otherwise, you're going to fall down. You're going to fall down hard. And then you have to build everything back up again. And then you have to realize, okay, now I need a foundation, but then it might be too late. Right? So get your foundation in place. It's very easy and obvious to understand this once you kind of come falling down. But I'm here to save you the fucking trench work and save you all that headache of going through all that shit. Just do it properly from the get-go. Don't skip out on the simple stuff. Don't skip out on the essentials. Make sure your groundwork and all of your foundation is built in place before you start doing anything else, right? So when it comes to business, when it comes to life, whatever, leadership, discipline, habits, maturity, emotional stability, all of these things are grounded and things that need to be in place before you can really do anything else, right? Making money, you have to have a proper skill set. There is no way to fake your way to money or a skill set. You have to know exactly what you're doing and you have to have built that shit up. You have to have put in hours to make that shit work. That's the only way you're actually going to learn something. There is no way to skip the line to do this shit and to think that you're going to do some crazy crypto thing or this meme coin or that coin, because then you have all the money and then it's like, now what? You just lose it all. You blow it on all bullshit or whatnot. You hear about it all the time. The fucking lottery winners, right? What, 80, 90% of every lottery winner that wins big fucking blows all their money or loses all their money within a couple of years because they have no idea how to spend it. They have no skill set. They don't know what they're doing with their money. They don't know how to keep money coming in. If you get $1 million and you're like, holy shit, what do I do with this now? And then you just buy a house, a car and whatnot. You're not thinking how to actually use this money to make more money, to keep my money coming in so I can always make more, so I can always have this cash flow so I never run out, right? It's all grounded in the foundation. And if your foundation isn't in place, like I already said, dude, you're going to come falling down. So make sure your foundation is in place. Put the fucking hard work in, because it's the only thing that's actually going to keep you moving and get you in the right direction. Hope this helps. My IG is down below. If you have any questions, feel free to follow me and send me a DM. I'm happy to help with whatever, info, life, relationship, it doesn't matter. I'm all about self-improvement. So make sure to send me a message if you have any questions. Other than that, thank you for watching and I'll catch you next time. Peace.